Okay, so I came out here with another idea from all their technology they use to implant ideas. I don't know what the hell the point is for. Once the person knows they're being manipulated, it's not hard at all to just disregard. So now, like I said, it just becomes annoying, and you're still violating our rights to pursue the happiness, liberty. So it don't matter that now it becomes an annoyance. But see, that's only for me because I have an income. You're ruining people's lives, and then on top of it, you're so cowardly. You notice that like a lot of the libs in the middle media, they're repeating what they're doing and trying to flip it. Everything you once you and it's, as the closer they get to being found out, they accuse their tactic is to accuse you of it. And try to or either try to they not really trying to even get a conviction. They're just really trying to make it so like it's frivolous. So they accuse you knowing that you aren't doing anything. So it's gonna just look frivolous. So when you try to accuse them of their real wrongdoing, then it's just gonna be here we go again, yada yada yada, and that's how evil these little fucks are. What I have to point out is that like I was watching a video that was supposed to be about all of this cancel culture and the Me Too movement gone wild. And it was a video, I just clicked on it, and it said it's supposed to be a bunch of clips of women abusing, their privilege. And so as I'm watching it, I see one clip, and I saw it 2 years ago when I was doing the research on gang stalking. And it was totally taken out of context. It was a white girl yelling at a employee for the postal service, and they're big on this gang stalking stuff. That's what made me think about it this morning. And the male employees, and so that's supposed to be, I guess they think that's perfect because think about it, male employees, they go to everyone's house, and what is everybody gonna say? Oh, come on, that's the mailman. They're not fucking stalking you. And like I said, when you start noticing mail trucks just following you. I had one following me, even blew the horn at me because I still do. I blow the horn at them when they're following me. And one was behind me following me. But anyway, the woman's yelling at the guy. And, he's, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And she's just yelling, I want to work. I like working. That's what I'm talking about. See, she knew the whole what the program was on about. Like I said, they harass you so much that you leave your job, or maybe you snap and get fired. But that's what she was talking about, and they edited the video and made it look like she just was a crazy chick yelling at the mailman about stalking. Like he liked her, like he wanted, and I think these creeps, the women, all these motherfuckers, they are perverts. They watch you having sex, and they send the person you might have met, they might be a good chance they're a stalker, they're your stalker, gang stalker. And these little perverts, they watch children, they watch you, they all of it. Like I said, in order for them to know what you're doing and to do their signals and come out, and they have to be watching you, fucking perverted ass nasty little bitches. So but she was just talking, like I said, she was yelling about I want to work, and they, if they had watched the whole thing, or either maybe they just somebody else put it together and they just posted it on their YouTube channel. She wasn't talking about like he's a romantic stalker. not romance, but wanting to get with her like that. They do all their private shit, watching the videos probably of you in the shower and all this, using the bathroom, in their little perverted cave, in the apartments next to you, the house next to you. But when they do their street theater, that's what she was talking about, following her around and harassing her. And I was looking for that video, and I found a bunch of things I had saved. I forgot about them. One of them is a article for 2012, but with the disinformation, it has an update that says September of this year. And the person's trying to sound smart. Let me pull it up. Again, their analogy doesn't work. It's not helpful. And he uses the emperor's new clothes, and he's trying to just say, "Oh, stop get." He's not even saying it doesn't exist. Because the emperor's new clothes. The analogy is he's talking about being manipulated. Stop using the powerful words. And remember, I said that it's like they're superstitious and trying to sound edgy. You can speak words into existence and power of suggestion, yada yada yada. And see, immediately, I just saw this a couple, maybe like 20 minutes ago. Immediately, I already, just that's why I had to make this video. Just debunked it. Like, no, that's just bullshit. First of all, the emperor didn't have rights. See what I'm saying? But he was the emperor. It doesn't matter. He didn't have rights. In this story, when there was no such thing, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna do that much research. Do it for yourself if you want to. Had democracy in Greece been invented when this story was, and plus, like I said, it didn't matter because he has no rights. So it doesn't matter if you just ignore. You can't ignore them. There's too many coming at you, and like I said, they're violating our God-given rights as United States citizens. So it's not about just ignoring them and not using words. And I know it's mental manipulation. It's fucking illegal. That is the point. It's not something you can just ignore like in grade school. Oh, just ignore the bully. No, first of all, that's how that shit. As a kid, you can't just ignore. Your parents tell you gotta stand up to them. You can't just ignore. Yeah, here September. The update is September 18th. The original article is probably, I think, from a couple of years ago, and it's already. It's like, no, it's like I'm not sure if the person who wrote it is one of them, and again, misinformation, trying to avoid prosecution or people standing up and fighting them, or is a really well-meaning person who just who's not thinking straight. Like, no, bro, you can't just, the emperor's new clothes, he was told that the only certain people can see their new clothes, they made them. And basically, they made a fool of him. That's what we would call it. Like I said, remember, like I was saying, like in high school, you tap on this, your partner on the shoulder. It's like, watch this. I bet I can make him go, say this to old girl right there. I'm gonna tell him he like her. And, it's a dumb nigga that something like that. Y'all sitting at the lunch table, watch this. Basically, that's what that is. But like I said, this is mind control, causing people their lives, kill themselves, that's murder. No, this is way bigger than just ignore them. Don't use it, you're speaking it into existence. No, that's why, like I said, they be putting their heads down when I'm talking. Like I said, that's, don't say those words, like, not a monotheistic God, like they believe in gods of the trees, multiple gods. Don't they? They're everywhere. And demons, yeah, but they're not God. And like I said, the only ones you could tell, like I was talking about those women on The View, who were trying to give their opinions. Social media needs to be regulated. The dude Borat, talking about it needs to. Basically, they're trying to. when I see, even I've never once in my video, even though I call them and need to be put in prison because they're physically doing stuff, violating your rights. I don't call for censorship. You know, like I said, I always, my problem, beef with them is their cowardness. Say what you mean. I always say it. You know, so it's with them, it's always that even though these slaves, they're always trying to take away one of your rights. You know, and basically that's trying to get control over you and tell you you can't say this, and so you can't, you know, they're trying to mute you. And you know that's what all that is about. You know, they use the words that in disingenuous. They use the words ruin people's lives. If you look at video with those cackling hens on the View, they used it. That's because, you know, people like us, we say it because they literally did that. Like I said, majority of people, this program is to make you destitute, homeless, or either hurt yourself, suicide, or in prison, city jail, or, you know, a mental hospital. That's ruining someone's lives. You know, that they want you to be alone, separated, isolated, and they can't stand it. You know, if you just avoid them and are able to make a living instead of them. Like I said, they to them it's considered you know, like I said, they all, oh, big guy, oh, you know, hey, big man. You see how them two came out at the same time? Maybe they together, gang stalkers, and just drive separate cars. But and look, this person shows up in this van. He shows up a lot to get. It's like an old lady. You know, like I said, no sympathy just because you're old and you're still a criminal and a murderer. But and you intentionally know, we telling you this program is designed to make people homeless, hurt themselves, or hurt someone else, and you still do it. And still, you know, today's Sunday, I bet they're gonna come out with their church clothes on like you're a good, you know, Mima, grandma, and you're evil. And matter of fact, they mock that. And oh, these women up here are evil. They know what I'm talking about. It was an older woman talking about the other women. Oh, they're just so evil, like, trying to get these young guys. No, bitch, you're not going to mock what I'm saying. You're evil, and you're going spending your last old days in fucking prison, federal prison. They put old people in jail. You got a walker, they going to give you your walker. They got wheelchairs. You know, you commit a crime, they're not going to go, oh, no, oh. Yeah, you a grandmother? You got all these beautiful. Oh, so hopefully when they get older, if you're still alive, they'll come visit you. You know, oh well. They'll send you little letters and drawings to put in your jail cell, and I guess you got to fight the other girls to, you know, 'cause, you know, you knew what the fuck you was doing, and like I said, the reason the good telltale sign is that they're trying to take something away with the guise of doing something. You know, basically, like they said, scaring you. They try to scare tactics. Don't let them speak. You know, these racists, all these ideas. No, don't let them take away your right to freedom of speech, because that's what they want. They want the government to shut things down. And these motherfuckers, they paid and taken care of, not just because they're celebrities, but because of this group they're part of, this New World Order or whatever the fuck they sold themselves to, the devil. I mean, we know they're gonna lose, but we still got to stand up and fight. You know, this guy and his analogy, the Emperor's New Clothes. You know, I guess he thought I would say, they thought I would say, oh, well, he was an emperor. No, what I'm saying, he didn't have no rights. If he decides to quit being emperor, he can't step down, he would have got murdered. You know, there's no, well, I resign, you know, my presidency. No, he didn't have no rights either. So that's a horrible analogy, you know. And like I said, it doesn't say there's no such thing as all in your mind. He's saying you're help. You know, basically you're helping them with the mental manipulation by feeding into it. And it's like, no, you're not feeding into it. They send some. Like I said, since I've been out here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The dude over there, that's 4, 5, 6 people. You can't escape this shit. There's no ignoring it. If I didn't have an income, I'd be on the fucking streets or something. You can't just ignore it. You got to fight for your rights. You know, you're not. We're not supposed to. Just oh well, we'll just ignore it and it's all good. The people. You still young. You can't have a relationship and shit like that. It's just no. It's horrible. If you choose that, well, I don't want to get into that mess. Hell, it's your right. If you just want to, whatever you want to do, it's your right. You can't tell people. It's just like a man trying to tell a woman, oh, hey, nowadays it's okay. She got a whole bunch of boyfriends, but that's between them. Can't, what they call slut shaming. No, it's none of your business, man. Why you worried about it? You like an old lady, But, and it's fake. Cause all this is, they're mad about money. Money, like I said, one of the older ones, they admitted it. I gotta go back to work as okay, yeah, that would be fine if you just, that's you're what you believe politically, but you're part of a group, a criminal organization worldwide, and you're still broke. So I don't have sympathy for you if they making you. That means your group, while you worshiping and praising the devil, and they got all this control. You still got to go back to work. So, like I said, you deserve where you're at. You're stupid. You're supposed to be retired. And this group's supposed to be taking care of you doing all this evil shit. You got energy to do that, even if it's from a computer. Hacking people, but you're out here actually doing it. Street theater. In this weather, no. You got that type of energy. You got the energy to go to prison.